My wife, Tiffany Scorsese, was known as the Queen of Cloudridge. Nearly half the city's prime properties belonged to her. We had been married for 5 years. Every time she went to meet her first love, Cedric Gardner, she transferred a property to my name. When I reached 99 homes, she finally noticed something different. I no longer cried or begged her to stay. I simply chose the finest mansion in Cloudridge, Parnings Manor in the western suburbs, and handed her the document. She signed it without hesitation, her eyes glued to the television reporting Cedric's return. For the first time, her voice softened. "When I get back, let's watch the fireworks together." I tucked the paper away and hummed in reply. She never knew it was not a property deed. It was our divorce agreement. After the broadcast, Tiffany twirled the pen and smiled. "I must have transferred over 60 properties to you by now. You're basically a little tycoon." Her delight had nothing to do with me. It was all for Cedric. I had rejected Tiffany 99 times before our marriage. On her 100th confession, I accepted. Her love lasted exactly until our first anniversary, the day Cedric returned. That night, instead of coming home, she sent a property deed and a short apology scented with another man's cologne. I forgave her. To be fair, I told myself I would forgive her 99 more times. For 5 years, she left me repeatedly for Cedric. By the end, she offered no explanations, only new deeds. I forgave her from the 1st to the 99th. This was the 100th. After this, I would never need to forgive again. On the promised night, her assistant Jillian called to remind me of the fireworks at Wilhelm Bridge at 8. I went. The bridge was crowded with tourists and news crews. Someone shouted, "The fireworks were planned by Ms. Scorsese for her husband. We're lucky to watch too." I knew the best view was on the north side. I pushed forward through the crowd. There she stood, wrapped tightly in Cedric's arms. Fireworks exploded overhead as she confessed her feelings to him. A reporter thrust a microphone forward. "Sir, how do you feel?" Cedric smiled shyly and opened his mouth. Then our eyes met. Tiffany froze. "Matthew?" The crowd turned. Cedric asked, "Who is that?" I stepped forward calmly. "My name is Matthew Marsden. I'm Miss Cora Scorsese's cousin. Aunt Elena asked me to check on her future son-in-law. Sorry if I startled anyone." Tiffany relaxed and gave me a subtle nod of approval. Rain suddenly poured down. Tiffany shielded Cedric. "He can't get wet. Please make way." She hurried him into the car, leaving me alone in the cold rain. When I got home, she was already there. She thanked me quietly. "Thank you for stepping in. We're still secretly married. If it came out, it wouldn't look good for Cedric. One day I'll find a way to make our relationship public." I didn't tell her there would be no one day. She asked why I was at the bridge. I answered, "Jillian asked me to go." Only then did she remember her promise. "Sorry, next month for sure." I shook my head. "Let's see when the time comes." 3 days before the divorce was finalized, Tiffany returned after a 2-week trip with Cedric. She looked around the spotless mansion and said softly, "Babe, you've worked so hard." It had been years since she called me that. "I wanted to take you to see fireworks the day after tomorrow, but they've banned all displays recently." I glanced at my phone. The day after tomorrow was Valentine's Day. "Then don't worry about it," I said calmly. She paused, surprised by my indifference. "Are you sure you don't mind? It's just fireworks. It doesn't matter." Just like her, she no longer mattered. Tiffany fell silent for a long moment, then offered, "How about I take you to the western suburbs mansion the day after tomorrow? You can see hot air balloons from there." I smiled faintly, saying nothing. She had no idea that in 3 days the divorce would be complete. The 100 properties I now owned, the carefully hidden agreement she had signed, and the life she thought she could still control, all of it was about to end.